Well, joining me is a young man who once said that he lives and breathes harness racing. However, his passion and love for the sport nearly cost him his life. I caught up with Dan Morgan and he'll explain more. Well, Dan, we'll talk about that incident you had many years ago. Just sticking with the present for the moment. Never Know Charlie here tonight ran a very nice race, finishing fifth, only 5 minutes from Ronaldo. You must have been pleased with that performance.
Yeah, no, we were delighted with that. He went really good. He only went 5 metres, gone 57, and hit the line strongly. So we'll look for some more races down here over the 2300. I think that suits him better and gets a good draw. He should knock one off soon.
As I said, Dan, in the intro, about 6 years ago, you had what seemed to be a very harmless fall, ended up being a serious one on many levels.
Yeah, no, it was just a small 7-horse field at Newcastle, and I was sort of 3 fence at the entering the back straight there, and the leader just sort of galloped and veered up the track, and I was dislodged through just interference back through the field. And it was sort of a harmless fall. I drove a couple of races after it, but it did turn out to be quite severe after.
As the months moved on, you were starting to get severe headaches, and what was the outcome from that, Dan?
Yeah, no, I had sort of severe headaches, and it was about 4 months after, and I was still going to the doctors just trying to find out what was going on, and they sort of couldn't really find anything until an MRI scan, and then they found a pretty severe bleed on my brain, and they said that we need to get this attention straight away, so I had to operate straight away.
And went through 2 surgeries?
Yeah, 2 surgeries, one in, I think it was November, and the next one was in about February, so yeah, two, so I was out of action for a long time.
That certainly must have hurt you. As I said, you love harness racing, so being on the sidelines for an extended period, albeit the fact you're still here to tell the story.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't real good on the sidelines. I'm a bit impatient too. I didn't like waiting too long, but it was hard.
Dan, you wasted no time as a youngster coming through both the mini and maxi trots.
Yeah, no, I went through the mini trots. So I started there when I was about 5, and then I advanced to the maxi trots, and that was a great concept. A lot of us drivers, me and Chris Geary and Nathan Sharev and that, all come through that, and it was a great series, and I learned a lot of things.
Yeah, you're following in the footsteps of your father, Paul, certainly a renowned trainer in the Newcastle region, and Paul's been been involved in harness racing since his early teens.
Yeah, no, Dad started driving when he was 16 and training with his father. He sort of got a few horses together, and it's been our passion ever since.
And how many horses do you have in the team now?
We've got a team of 8 there, so it keeps us pretty busy, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
And also, in 2017, you went through the Harness Racing New South Wales Rising Star Series, and you managed to win a race here at Club Menangle.
Yeah, no, I was very privileged to represent Newcastle in that series, and I was lucky with I'm the Smoocher in the final day that I saluted first, so that was pretty good.
And your first winning drive came courtesy of Darren Elder, who's got very high praise for you as a driver, with Shannon's a Blast.
Yeah, no, I was fortunate enough that Darren gave me a drive, and also the Ray and Gold owners, and Shannon's a Blast he's always go back to a good memory for me with that first win, so stormed home over the top, and it was great to finally first crack a win for Darren too, so he's been great with me, helping me out when I sort of started, so that was good.
Drives at Club Menangle are few and far between. We mainly see you in action at Tamworth, Newcastle, Maitland.
Yeah, no, I just sort of stick around them areas, don't get down here very often. It's hard to get one good enough, but when we get the opportunity, it's always great to come down.
And then we'll see Never Know Charlie back on that performance.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we'll off that run we'll come back down and hopefully try and win a race with him soon.
Like many of our harness racing participants, there's also work to be done, and you're a sheet metal worker.
Yeah, no, I work for a company called Steel and Hunter at Thornton, so they're always great. They let me off whenever for work and for the races, and it's good.
Growing up, who do you put aside as far as the drivers or trainers that you admire?
I always admire Gavin Lang. I think he's a great driver, cool hands, always cool in the race, and make good decisions. Especially in the Group 1 days, he was always spot on. Other than that, I like Blake Fitzpatrick's style. He's always a good driver and nice and calm, and always gets the best out of the horse.
Well, Dan, it's been great to catch up with you. You've been saying you've been looking at the National Trot Guide website, looking at some of the other interviews. Well, you can look at yours next week.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Thanks for having me on.